was our son. This shepherd young and mild, this unassuming one, we all guess this can't happen here. We're all much too civilized. Where can these monsters hide? But they are knocking on our front door. They're rocking in our cradles. They're preaching in our churches and eating at our tables. And I can't forget, hard as I try, this silhouette against the sky. My soul and in my mind to try and find forgiveness. This is someone's child with pain unreconciled, filled up with father's hate, mother's neglect. I can forgive, but I will not.
As you can see, I was so moved in that moment, I wouldn't have gotten through the song without the incredible audience. Seeing him out there, I remembered that though there is much to mourn, there's also much to be grateful for. A hero to step into the late, great Dusty Springfield's shoes when I joined the Pet Shop Boys for their famous duet. And Dusty knew her ghost was there. Why else did the equipment keep cutting in and out during rehearsals?
You always wanted a lover. I only wanted a job.
I always work for a living. How am I gonna get through? How am I gonna get through?
I come here looking for money.
Got to have it and end up living with love.
brought you drinks, I brought you flowers. I read you books and talked for hours. Every day, so many drinks, such pretty flowers. So tell me, what have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this? What have I?
Since you went away, I've been hanging around. I've been wondering why I'm feeling down. You went away. It should make me feel better, but I don't know how I'm gonna get through. How I'm gonna get through.
You always wanted me to be something I wasn't.
You always wanted too much.
Now I can do what I want to forever.
How am I gonna get through? How am I gonna get through?
I just have to tell you a story, one little story. I recently was on tour in Holland, a fabulous country. And I was doing a bunch of interviews with magazines and radio stations and newspapers and blah, blah, blah. And I sat down with one woman who said she was from a teen magazine, like Tiger Beat. And I said, really? She said, yes. And she showed me the magazine. It was full of Britney Spears and the Backstreet Boys and Leo DiCaprio. I said, do you really want to talk to me? Do you know who I am? Do you know how old I am? And she said, yeah. And she said, because I'm sure some of the teenagers who read our magazine are thinking they might be gay and going through that. And we thought maybe an article about you would be very helpful and inspirational to our readers. And I loved that so much, so much. And I don't just hope, I believe that someday that I will sit down in America with Tiger Beat or some other teen magazine, and they will feel the same way. And I'm going to sit down for that interview, and I can feel it. I'm going to do it. I swear.
I have to tell you, before I start my introduction of our next great person, another reason why I am here is because I have a 3-year-old daughter, and she has an imaginary friend named Alexandra. Now, I am here because should she grow up and want to give an imaginary kiss to Alexandra, she has that right. Should she grow up and want to hold imaginary hands with Alexandra or move into an imaginary house with Alexandra, she has that right. And should she choose, I want to be able to sing at her gosh darn imaginary government-sanctioned legal imaginary wedding. All right. Thank you. Now, this is the important part. When Melissa Etheridge was 3 years old, she picked up a tennis racket, strummed it, and declared, I am going to be a rock star. She is beautiful, she is talented, she's an activist, she's a pioneer, she's a great kisser. She's a true rock star, Melissa
just to listen to your breath. I would stand inside my hell and hold the hand of death. You don't know how far I'd go to ease this precious ache. You don't know how much I give or how much I can take just to reach you, just to reach you. Oh, to reach you. Wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window. asleep, giving away promises I know that I can't keep. Nothing fills the blackness that seeped into my chest. I need you in my blood, I am forsaking all the rest. Just to reach you, just to reach you. Oh, to reach you. Come to my window, come shine way by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. I don't care what they think. I don't care what they say. What do they know about this love? Anyway. Come to my window, I'll be home. I'll be home, I am coming home. Come to my window, inside, way by the light of the moon. Come to my window, and I'll be home soon.
Equality Rocks was the most significant performance of my life. From the moment I walked on stage and saw those 45,000 faces, it felt completely different from anything I'd ever experienced. I felt free. I felt justified. I felt completely okay about my sexuality. And that's what we're fighting for. The chance